Jessica, and this is ATC presents Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas. Except I don't have my usual co-host today. Rico has not had the chance to watch basically any K-dramas or movies for the past few weeks since he's got his new work schedule. But I have a wonderful guest with me today. I have Lia Riley from the Afternoona Delight Podcast. Lia, how are you?
Great. And I am so excited to get to be here tonight. So I'm sad that Rico can't make it, but I am more than happy to step in.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the drama that we are going to talk about. It's Strong Woman the Bong-soon. Yay.
Yay.
I think this was your first time watching the Bong-soon
It
as well?
was. It was. It's been on my list for a very long time. So when you kind of asked if anyone wanted to review it, I was really happy to put my hand up because I'd been meaning to watch it.
Yeah, I had seen it before, but it's been a really long time since I've seen it. So I was excited to jump back into it because it seems like it's taken on a life of its own after its release. It seems pretty popular.
It's very popular.
Yeah. So before we get started, just in an effort to get to know you really fast, because we just kind of met. I love your podcast and I've been listening to it for a really long time.
Oh, thank you.
I come from a publishing background, so like when you guys talk through plot and you guys come at it from a writer's perspective, it really like resonates with me because I feel like I do the same analyzing and the same fangirling as well. It just like it hits like all the right notes for me when I go and listen to your podcast. So just for the people that don't know or maybe haven't listened to your podcast, what was your first K-drama and what is like your favorite K-drama genre and so on and so forth? Just really fast to get an idea.
No problem. So my first K-drama, I have like the most basic answer, which is, COVID hit and I was stuck at home a lot and trolling through Netflix. And I think I had a writer friend who told me, oh, there's this Korean drama out and it's got like a South Korea, North Korean, like love affair thing happening. I don't know. I've heard about it, but I think you might like it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to try that out. So I started Crash Landing on You. The first episode, definitely, I was like, there's a tornado. I don't really know what's happening, but like, okay. And then, we see her stuck in the tree with her cute meet with Captain Ree, and I was hooked. And I think for me, Crash Landing on You is probably a perfect gateway K-drama as well, because I'm a romance writer as well. And it hit so many of the tropes that I love about the romance genre. And so I just couldn't like get over it as I kept watching I'm like, oh my God, like every trope is like shoved into this drama. This is amazing. And then after that, it was just like game over. I just started. At this point, if someone recommends me anything that is not a K-drama, I just smile and nod because I'm not in it.
Oh my God. That's me too. Everyone's like, you got to watch this, you got to watch that. And I'm like, baby, no, I'm busy. Yeah. I got subtitles to watch. I'm set for years, actually.
Have you seen how many shows have come out in February? I mean, I got
February. Yes, February alone has been such a month of releases and people watching what's currently airing. So, and this is 2022, by the way. Like, I feel like the podcast is going to live on and no one's going to know like February what.
Yeah,
like,
right. Exactly. Sorry. And we're in March now, but I haven't caught up. Like I'm just drowning in choice, which is a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have. So thank you so much. Yes, Crash Landing on You is such a gateway K-drama for a lot of people. I had no idea that it was such a gateway drama. For me, I was like stuck in the Boys Over Flowers era. And so I came in like around 2011 around there. So yeah, but Crash Landing on You, amazing drama. Definitely watch it if you haven't already.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you for telling us your wonderful journey into K-drama. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping right now before we get started. So if this is your first time listening, thank you so much for even pressing play on this. Go ahead and subscribe on your podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more. And if you like us, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Don't be petty. Come and check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and now TikTok at ATC Daebak Pod. That's I always do that. I always say the wrong handle because we have a movie podcast. And so I'm like on autopilot to say the movie podcast handle. But no, it's ATC Daebak Pod. And lastly, please become a patron because it's a great way for you to get involved and show your support. You can check out the page on patreon.com/alwayscriticpod. Okay, Leah, we're going to talk about Strong Woman the Bong-soon. I'll go ahead and read the Asian Wiki synopsis. It's kind of long, but I'll go through it fast. Bong-soon was born with superhuman strength. Her strength is hereditary and passed along only to the women in her family. Her dream is to create a video game with herself as the main character. One day, Bong-soon helps out a bus driver being attacked, but during this time, Min-hyuk witnesses her beating up the group of thugs. Min-hyuk is a CEO of video gaming company Ainsoft. Min-hyuk believes Bong-soon would make a great bodyguard with her amazing strength. He offers Bong-soon high pay and the chance to work in the planning department of his gaming company if she does well. Amid their budding romance, the two try to solve the crimes against women taking place in Bong-soon's neighborhood alongside Detective Kuk-do, aka Bong-soon's first love. So, a lot going on there, but that's basically episode 1. This show originally aired from February to April 2017. It is 16 episodes long, and it was directed by Lee Hyung-min, and he's also directed Chocolate, My Horrible Boss, Sorry I Love You from 2004, and Winter Sonata from 2002. He is a very prolific director. I would say that Winter Sonata and Sorry I Love You are like huge, like pre-2005, pre-2010 shows. It was written by Baek Mi-kyung, and she wrote Mine, Melting Me Softly, The Miracle We Met, and The Lady in Dignity from 2017. Of course, our show stars Park Bo-young as the Bong-soon. She's been in On Your Wedding Day and A Werewolf Boy. Both are excellent movies. A Werewolf Boy is like where I first saw her, and I lost it. Like that movie with Song Joong-ki is stunning. It's heartbreaking. Go watch it. It's about a werewolf boy. I need to know a little more. Yeah, I need to know a little more. Okay. Tangent. So Werewolf Boy is, I'll give you the spark notes. Werewolf Boy is about this family that goes to live in the countryside, and it's Park Bo-young's family. She's like a young teenager, and it's the whole thing is told in flashback, like this already happened. And they find this like werewolf boy in their shed outside, and he was like not a science experiment. Of course it's a science experiment, but it's a government experiment gone wrong. And he was raised by wolves. And so he has like kind of like werewolf powers, but he doesn't like turn into a werewolf like, old style. Like he doesn't like Hulk out.
Doesn't look wolfy.
No, he looks like Song Joong-ki. He looks like a boy. Okay. Yeah. He's like so charming. He barely speaks. Like she has to teach him how to speak. Park Bo-young sings in the movie. It's like, it's beautiful. Like I cried. I showed this movie. This is one of those movies where I was like, this is like, somebody else will get this. So I showed this to my sister. Didn't understand it. She was like, I don't get it. And it broke my heart. So now I don't really share like Korean stuff with her anymore. Or even try, because like it was such a like formative movie for me and my like Korean watching, Korean entertainment. And like she like completely like lambasted it. So I do not share my loves with her anymore.
Well, I'm gonna watch it. It sounds really intriguing.
Watch it. Yes, it is intriguing.
I was picturing Teen Wolf at first, kind of like shifted, but no, this sounds really sweet.
No, it's sweet, and it's a period piece. It takes place in like the 60s or 70s.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I'm into it.
You have to watch it. It made Song Joong-ki like really famous. Like it did really well. So Park Bo-young, she's been in Oh My Ghost, Abyss, Doom at Your Service. I heard bad things about Doom at Your Service. I did not like Abyss. And I did not like Oh My Ghost. Oh, perfect. Oh my God. Perfect. We both did not like Oh My Ghost. Perfect. Because, I don't think we need to go into much detail on that one. But yeah. Then we have her counterpart. Her male lead is Park Hyung-sik. He plays Min-hyuk. And he is actually an idol turned actor. Because he's from the idol group Zia, and I don't think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, so we actually got into this because MC1 is from Zia as well.
Okay.
So we had one night where we actually had to look it up, and it is Zia.
Perfect. Okay, Zia. And it's spelled ZE:A.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine, like, I'm terrible at pronunciations anyway, and then they throw that at me, so I don't know. Thank you so much for jumping in and saying the pronunciation for his group. Okay. He has been in The Heirs from 2013, What Happened to My Family, High Society, Hwarang, which is a sageuk, Suits, which is a remake of the Western show Suits, Happiness from 2021, which is Zombies with Han Hyo-joo, and then he will be in Soundtrack Number 1, which is going to air on Disney Plus later this year, 2022. I love Park Hyung-sik. I don't know about you, but like,
I love,
girl.
And I gotta say, his military glow up.
Oh shit. Yeah. So the military glow up. He looks like a boy in this, and this is terrible of me, but I'm partial toward this time in male leads' lives where like they're caught between like man and boy.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's in that era during the filming of Bong-soon. So yeah, but the happiness
and then
era,
the happiness,
like,
happiness is a new day.
God,
a new day.
That's a man. That's a man. Oh God. Yeah. I could go on and on about Park Hyung-sik. I love him.
And we can later.
We can later. We will. Okay. Okay. So second male lead is Jisoo, and he plays Detective Kuk-doo. He was in Moon Lovers, Scarlet Heart, Rio. I never know how to say. Is it Rio? Like you roll the R, or Rio? I don't know.
Yeah.
Huge show. Definitely watch it if you can. It came to my attention that it's like basically nowhere on streaming right now, and that was
very
a shock.
hard to find.
Shocking to me because I watched it when it was airing in 2016, and like I just assumed that it was somewhere, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, he was in My First Love and this season 2 of My First Love. That's a Netflix show. You can watch that right now. And then there was a school bullying scandal that hit in the middle of production for River Where the Moon Rises from 2021. That's a whole nother thing we can get into if you feel like it. But
I think we gotta.
We gotta. So yeah, the only supporting cast that I will mention, because there's a ton of supporting cast, but we'll mention Kim Won-hye. And he plays basically 2 characters, and we can get into what those characters are in a bit. But after all this out of the way, what did you think of Strong Woman Da Bong-soon, Leah?
So this surprised me because, look, I didn't know very much going into it. I didn't do a lot of reading or research or anything. I knew it was about a girl with strong power, like powers to be strong.
Right.
And I knew that Park Hyung-sik was in it. And that was it. So I went out pretty blind. And I did not expect to be scared shitless.
What?
The murdering was, or, like the kidnapping was not on my radar.
Oh, yeah.
Like the masks and stuff, like it really scared me. So I thought I was going into this like full, just like lighthearted, whatever. And then all of a sudden, we're in a torture chamber with women in bride dresses, and this is not where I thought we were going. But no, it makes sense because like if you're gonna be a good superhero, you've got to have like bad guys to work against. I just didn't have my head in that place, so it really took me by surprise at first.
I love that you said that because in going in to rewatch the show, I thought to myself, this is like one of the best romances. I can't wait to get back to this couple, and I completely blocked the serial kidnapper / murderer plot line. Completely blocked it from my memory. So when it came up in the show, I was like, the hell? What is this? I forgot completely about it.
Kind of like, I mean, I get why it was done the way it was, but it was like we were just kind of watching 2 dramas. We're watching this kind of like sweet, like, kind of funny, quirky reverse bodyguard trope. And then we're also just like, putting on like a skin colored mask and
like there's a mentally ill person on the loose in her neighborhood and he's like swiping ladies. Like, what is going on? And then they're trying to solve it,
wanting to make him real skinny. It's gross.
That was okay. That's kind of spoilery. But
sorry.
No, it's okay. But yeah, there's a whole like kidnapping plot line that they try to resolve at the same time that they have this like sweet romance.
Yes.
That was one thing that I didn't like about the show is like I kind of wanted to skip past all of this stuff with the serial. I keep saying serial killer because he wasn't really killing them.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's like not. He might have killed one on accident.
I think he killed one. Yeah, he killed one on mistake, and then he was like, "Oh,
but that's not his. That's not his. Like he's not in it for the murdering.
No, he's in it for something. We'll talk about what he's in it for, but yeah. And then I didn't like anything having to do with Bong-soon's mom and the neighborhood Ajumas trying to stop the redevelopment of the neighborhood. I was like, just cut it. I did not want that at all.
Not a fan.
So those are the two blights on the plot wise that I found so boring, and I blocked it from my memory. I was legitimately like, why are we not getting to the these two? Why aren't we with Min Min and Bong-bong?
Yeah, let us just watch Min Min eat breakfast. Like anything else.
I would like him to just eat, and I will watch him.
Me too.
Yeah. It's done. So this show was actually JTBC's highest rated original drama. And then it was surpassed that same year by Woman of Dignity. But it made headlines. It was doing really well. It had high ratings. And that's all great. I, again, didn't realize that it would have such a lasting impact on the world of K-drama. And people really gravitate toward this show. I just didn't. But I can understand because I thought it was really good. Even with the whole kidnapping plotline and the criminal aspect and then the side characters kind of taking up more room than I wanted them to. Yeah. I love this show.
Yeah. I mean, the leads, you're going to forgive a lot because the leads just have such great chemistry. And I love how they just throw so much on its head. There's just so many fun moments in this drama.
Yes, I thought it was really funny. I kept busting up laughing. Like I live with my sister and she kept coming out of the room like, what are you watching? Stop laughing. And I was like, leave me alone to my devices because this is amazing. Can I get some one joy out of life, please? Right. So before we get into spoilers, let's talk about the Jisoo controversy and we can talk quickly about the OST. And then we'll give our scores for this drama. So the Jisoo controversy happened last year in 2021. There was a statement posted on an online forum from an anonymous person in March. So it's been almost like exactly a year. And he was accused of being a school bully when he was in school. And a bunch of other people stepped up and also said that they had been bullied or had a story about him bullying. And it got super out of hand. He got canceled. He had to issue like a handwritten apology on his Instagram, the whole 9 yards. And then he got replaced on his show. He got dropped from all of these sponsorships. He was basically, his career was going down the drain like fast last year. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to enlist in the military. Everyone was like, oh, he's enlisting to kind of shut people up so that he's not in the public eye and he can like do his couple of years in the military and then do a career resurgence. But of course his agency and he was like, no, it's like my time to go into the military. It's mandate. So what did you think about this show? Did you know about the controversy before watching the show or did you find out after?
So I heard about the controversy as it was happening, but I had not seen him in any drama yet.
Oh.
And okay. So I was like not very familiar with who he was. And I will say that, there is a lot of canceling that happens in Korean entertainment. Like it's not uncommon I feel like I've been through a few scandals now and I haven't been like a fan for that long, like 2020.
Right.
But this one really wasn't great.
I mean, I will say that I've been through a few scandals myself. I lived through a few of other celebrity scandals.
Yeah.
And things like G-Dragon smoking pot, and then he had to issue an apology because it's illegal in Korea to smoke pot, and craziness like that. Because in the West we don't have that mentality and we don't have those laws. This one in particular, because there's been a few bullying scandals. I read the details on this one and I was like, oh my God, this is like really bad. Like I think there was something about he forced a student to like ejaculate on himself or something like that.
It was just not.
I was like, that is it was really brutal. And of course, like later on, they rescinded their statement and they said, oh no, it's fake or something. But I don't know. And I don't know. I also don't agree with cancel culture. So I'm very conflicted about this. But this show, I don't necessarily feel is affected by like the bullying scandal. Like I watch it now, rewatched it after knowing the bullying scandal, and I'm definitely separating the actor from like the art.
Yeah, so look, here's what I'm going to say about it is that I've watched Scarlet Heart and I've now watched this. And I was really grossed out and troubled by the same things that you alluded to with the scandal. Yeah. And I can acknowledge that he's a damn good actor. And so, yeah, trying to have that like separation, I don't know, like I didn't seek out Scarlet Heart for him. I was just, as I was watching it, I'm like, who's this guy? He's awesome. And then I'm like, oh, that's like the guy that like I just read the guy. Yeah. And so I was like, oh shit. But at the same time, you know, I'd like invested, you know, 3/4 the drama with him and was really like very into his performance. So I did get to like experience him a bit, I think, without having that controversy, even though I was aware of it first. So that was useful. And then in this, I was able to separate it too. And yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings because a lot of times I'm like, look, these controversies are like a lot of he said, she said, da da da. But when we get into kind of like sexualized violence, it makes me more uncomfortable. But like you said, then there's been retractions. I don't know. So all I can say is, do I think he's very talented? I think he's incredibly talented.
Yeah, I think he's very talented. I love Park Bo-young and I love Park Hyung-sik too. Like, I think he's a great actor as well. This is a very strong cast. And no matter like which side you fall on, like you just kind of have to play it by ear and deal with it, you know, however you feel in your heart is best. So with that being said, let's go on to greener pastures. Let's talk about this OST because I forgot that they had all of these songs in there, like You're My Garden by Jung Eun-ji from A-Pink. And that one's like, 이렇게 love you, love you, love you.
I love that one.
사랑해. It looks like it's very strong. And they just drop it right on the chorus too. Like the needle drop is like, boom, 이렇게 love. It's fantastic. It's very hokey and like very much like
I know,
K-drama.
I'm here for it. But
I love it.
Yeah, it just makes me so happy. As soon as I heard you singing it, I felt happy.
Right? You're just like, oh my God. And then they had the Superpower Girl from Every Single Day, and that's like her theme song as well. Yeah. That one is like, because you're my superpower girl.
You're so good. I would love to karaoke with you.
Oh, literally, I have never been karaokeing in my life. Fun fact. And everyone always gets so surprised. They're like, you're always singing blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I know. No one ever takes me. No one ever invites me. I don't know what it is. Aww. So.
Well, when I ever hang out with you, we will go.
We gotta go. Yeah. And I already have like someone asked me, what's your signature karaoke song? And I was like, I don't have one. But off the top of my head, Believe by Cher.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right? The energy. Okay. Anyway, Park Hyung-sik, like I said, he's a singer. He's also on the OST.
Mm-hmm. Good. And I'm glad he is because he's, and sometimes I like cringe when I see the idol, you know, because I think we've talked about this on our podcast too, that there is a lot more fluidity, I think, with like idols going into acting culture. And we certainly have that in the West, but I don't feel like it's as seamless normally. Like, you know, like we do see like Lady Gaga breaking into acting, but I still feel like you're like, oh, well, I think even Megan said this, like, I'm still like, well, I think Lady Gaga is a good actress. And I'm like, that's Lady Gaga, like in the movie.
Yeah. You can't quite separate that it's Lady Gaga.
But, you know, I've gone back and watched some like Zaya music videos and he's so cute. I don't know. I like it. 'Cause I am a huge MC Wan fan. Like that is a fun fact about me. And it's not like a crush. I want to like pack him in cotton wool and put him in my pocket and take him around and like feed him like little grapes and things. I just love him so much.
Feed him grapes. I love it. You just have like a snack bag and then you'd have him.
Yeah. Goldfish on demand.
Yeah. Love it. So before we get into spoilers, what would you give this show out of 5 soju bottles? 5 being the best.
I'm going to go 4.
4. Okay. Yeah. I think I'd have to agree because the good outweighs the bad.
Yes.
And it's very tropey, but in a good way, and very memorable. So, 4 to 5 soju bottles. Very good. Okay. So we're going to get into spoilers. Are you ready, Leah?
I am ready.
Okay. We're going to get into spoilers right after this.
Excuse me, 뭐라고?
괜찮아.
You know, I have no 친구. Oh, sorry.
Swear, disgusting shit.
What?
Okay, Leah, we're in the spoiler section, so anything goes. Where do you want to start? I actually, episode 1 to me was so memorable that I remembered basically the whole thing, beat for beat. And I loved when she beats up the construction site thugs and they break her phone. She's knocking out teeth. She's sending them flying. The kids on the bus are oohing and eyeing. The police station afterward is great too. When the gangsters and the kids are their stories are syncing up and they name her the Avengers lady and everyone's how could such a little small lady be doing all this damage? You're saying this little girl right here beat you up, and they're all yes. So I love that. And then of course Min-hyuk is right there, and his reaction is fantastic too, because he's oh my God, it's such a hassle to, call the police at this time. But then he sees her kicking ass and he's do I need to call the police even?
Yeah, I thought it was such a fun start. And I think it was a smart choice to do a couple of things. I like that her powers came with limits. She couldn't just use her powers to use her powers, right? If she used them for advantage, then we learn she's going to lose her powers. And so, there's a high degree of reluctance because, her mom had lost her powers and other women in her family's line, because this was a magical power that had been passed along through generations, other people had done the wrong thing and lost their powers. And so I liked that made it so she just wasn't strong all the time, because I also just assumed she was just going to be able to just be powerful no matter what, And so I liked that we kind of got that set up. But then, yeah, I did like that it came down to her phone to some degree. It wasn't even the bus driver. It was the
the bus driver, the elderly bus driver's on the floor, and she's still not pulling out her power. She's not using her strength. She's it took a lot for her to use her power, and it was always the last resort for her, which was funny but also very plays into the lineage of her family and the consequences of using her power.
Yeah, and I just love that she is objectively adorable and small and cute. And then I liked how they did the special effects. It was fun because it was silly.
Yes.
And it was awesome. And it was just so refreshing to just, I don't know, sometimes you just want to see girls kick ass. And in this case, I felt like it did without being on the nose.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, some of the effects were pretty hokey, but I feel like it was on purpose.
Yeah, it felt like that tornado and Crash Landing on You, kind of. It was hokey and fun. You're in on the joke. You're definitely, I feel like the audience was invited to be in on the joke.
Absolutely. So her counterpart, of course, is Min-hyuk. He reminded me a lot of Tom Hanks in Big, because all he did was ride around on a hoverboard, and he never works, only plays. He's adorable. All the fits on him, 10 out of 10.
Oh, God.
I love, my God, the sweaters and the overcoats and the turtlenecks, everything, the button downs that were really long in the back and shorter in the front. That's his real wardrobe. To me, that's his real wardrobe because it looks so good on him.
He's just stupidly cute, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And I liked that. So here's the other thing I expected, and I thought was happening in the first episode, was I thought he was fully in love with her from the get-go at first. I thought he was watching her what a woman, this is it for me. And that wasn't really ended up being the case. He certainly gets quite
He
smitten.
was attracted to her.
Yeah, he thought she was good looking, but I think he was curious more than I want to snap her up and start dating her. And so I like that. So we got to have a romantic evolution. It wasn't he just saw her and it was love at first sight, boom, that's it, fated mates. And I liked that a lot.
Yeah, there was definitely a progression of their relationship. And I think at the police station in episode 1, she like says something quippy to him and walks away and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's so sexy.
Yes. I mean, he always is attracted to her and that's fine. But I like that there was like a buildup, even though, because when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, well, he's going to be like into her that second. And I felt like we still got to have that buildup, which I really like. And I am really, really, really into love triangles. It's like one of my favorite things. And so the fact that we got to have a pretty good love triangle in this just made me, again, that was an unexpected delight.
It was very decent, this love triangle, especially because they kind of do, you understand that she has this long-standing crush on Detective Gukdu, which is Jisoo's character. And the audience is kind of made to believe that she like can't get out of this relationship almost because she's had a crush on him all her life.
Yeah, I mean, she's prayed like it was all she ever wanted.
She's prayed to Buddha. Yeah, she's been praying to Buddha for all her life to just have him. Like she doesn't care about her studies. She didn't care about nothing else. She just like wants him. So the fact that she doesn't get him, she actually gets over her love for him and switches to Minhyuk is like a huge deal, I feel like, in the drama, because Jisoo is like a very traditional male lead. Like he's very righteous. He's a cop. He understands her whole life. They met as children. That's like a huge thing to like meet as children. So he had like a lot going for him in terms of like K-drama tropes.
But he's very much not ugly.
And he's not ugly by any means. Yeah, if he was unattractive, like we would have written him off right away.
He's pretty all that.
And they kept putting him in like these really skinny jeans.
Ugh. Yeah.
I was like, man, those jeans are skinny. I don't remember thinking that those jeans were really tight when I first watched this show. But looking back now, I'm like, damn, could he breathe? Jeez. And I agree. I agree that this was a pretty good love triangle. Were you like cut up when he got like the chocolate to confess to her finally? He like finally realizes that he loves her.
No.
And then he goes to get the chocolate and he like can't really confess. She like shuts him down in front and like says, "Oh, I don't want to lose you as a friend."
I know, it's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it all. Like it's like got the pain. Yeah. Ugh. And the tension. And I'm glad that like he finally does like realize, because he probably did realize before but couldn't admit, like, or didn't realize, but like I don't know, like I just felt like he had lots of things going on deep down.
Yeah.
And I love a grump. I love a grumpy.
He's grumpy and like grumpy. Mean and abrasive and all the things.
It's all my catnip. And I'm so happy that, as much as I loved him and had like lust in my heart for him, I was really like Team Min all the way.
Min is so charming and you can't get enough of him. Like when he's on screen, he's so effervescent and bubbly and funny. Like genuinely funny. He's like imitating her in certain parts and like that's funny as shit when he's imitating Bong-soon and he's like smitten with her. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like everything she does is cute to him. Everything she does is adorable and she has him like wrapped around her little finger.
Yeah, I love it. And I've got to say the highlight of this entire drama for me, I don't know if it was for you or not, was when she's carrying him.
Oh my God.
And they start playing the theme from The Bodyguard with
yes.
I will always love you. And he like kind of like opens his eye and then he's like, oh, I'm unconscious still. And it's such like a good gender reversal. It's also so fun to just like, I love it when you can like repudiate toxic masculinity, but the guy isn't like a wimp. He's still strong, but he's like, letting her be like, stronger. And that like makes him more manly in many ways and more appealing. Yeah. Because he's like secure in himself. Confidence is attractive.
Yes, I agree completely with you. But they did meet as children. I'm getting ahead of myself because, well, not children, but in high school. And because she saved his life.
Yes.
There was like a bus accident. There's like the very first scene. He's like, the bus is careening out of control and she stops the bus and he doesn't get a good look at her face, but he thought like his mother sent an angel down to save him. Yes. And it turns out to be Bong-soon. But he kept like a painting in his closet of her. And
it was
there
good
was,
because
like-
it was like they had little faded mates, but it wasn't so
It
on
wasn't-
the nose.
Yes, it was just enough. I thought it was very tasteful.
Yeah.
And I looked into like the painting. I went like a full deep dive on the freaking painting in his closet because it feels like, because there was a flashback of him as a child and he's getting bullied by his brothers, his half brothers, and they're like stuffing him in a cabinet.
Yes.
So he has like trauma, right? About being in enclosed spaces and being alone and being, bullied and all that crap. And so the fact that she is like in his closet now as an adult, it's like, it's a place that holds so much trauma for him. And he keeps her painting in there. And it's like an image of his like hero, his savior. And it's where he needs like the most strength. And I don't think it's coincidental that he also has to go through his closet and through like her painting to get to his like sanctuary game room.
I love
that's
that
in there
so much. That is such a good take.
Yeah, I love that so much. I love the painting. I thought it was pretty hokey though. Like at first I was like, he commissioned a painting of like this, and then he got the details so perfectly to, it's obviously he didn't paint it. Well, maybe he did because he was an artist. I don't know.
But I loved it. I thought it,
yeah.
I mean, look, there's a lot in K-drama that can be hokey, but you have to just like, I'm like a cynical person in real life. And my heart doesn't want to be cynical.
True.
I
feel the same way.
Yeah, I just want to feel good feels.
Yeah. Something that gave me good feels was the cohabitation that happened. It was like sprinkled in there, but I was like, what a good freaking trope. This is like, I love cohabitation trope. And it was, of course, because the serial kidnapper had seen her face like 3 times and they were like, okay, you need to get out of your surroundings, so go stay at this guy's house. And I was like, yes, please stay at his house. Like, I want to see more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there was
proximity, like cohabitation. Yes.
Yes, love it. And then there was also like a small contract relationship trope when he like goes to his family and he's like, yeah, I'm marrying her. Like, I'm dating her. And she's like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
So he, declares that he's dating her and living with her just to like evade rumors about his sexuality, which he was very confident into. Like it didn't really faze him at all that the media was portraying him as being gay. And he was like, yeah, whatever, say what you want. It's good marketing.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts? That's actually a good point, because I was like, I don't know if I loved, I don't know how I feel about like the dragging out of like the, is he gay, even though he's not, obviously,
right.
Like plot point. I can't, like, I don't know.
I didn't like that either. I think they could have, if they wanted to keep it, which they seem pretty adamant about it because it was like a running gag throughout like the first few episodes. For a long time, they could have just cut it short. And he could have cleared the air because he knew that she thought that he was gay. And he could have been like, I'm not, done. End of like gag. Yeah,
then she like having the dream where he's like kind of like dressed up as a woman and grabbing his butt and like, he's talking about his butt a lot, like in that one scene. And I'm just like, feels
it's
like,
forced.
It's just not. Yeah, I didn't love it at all.
Yeah, I agree. It was too much because as an audience member, it feels like they're kind of talking down to you because you know the truth and everyone around Bong-soon knows the truth that he is not gay. Even like the second male lead cook dude was like, yo, get your head out of your ass. He's not gay. And she still like thinks he's gay. So it's too much. It's kind of rude at that point.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it got to where like it didn't feel like a gag and it just started to feel like problematic. Like it never got like crazy problematic, but it just never felt great. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But something that I really liked, because you talked about like a dream sequence, was the Romeo and Juliet sequences.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Lomeo with an L. So then there's also daydreams about the 3 of them getting with each other. And that was, I think, during the cohabitation part where the cop, Jisoo, comes over and he's like, I'm going to stay here too. And then they all have like a separate sequence where they're thinking about why they can't sleep in separate rooms because like one will come onto the other.
Yeah, oh God.
It's a lot.
It's so cute.
It's cute, but I like the Romeo and Juliet ones the most. because it's just done so well and so funny, and they know they kind of committed a lot to it with like the set and the the way she's dressed, and then she's just like, Romeo. I think that I was swooning the most with like the strength control training that he had her go through.
Oh.
Yeah. At some point he like falls on top of her, and it's like, yes. I like that stuff. Like, it's just like you said before, forced proximity, but it's not cohabitation. They're just like sparring one another.
Yeah.
But you know, that sort of stuff is like up my alley.
Yeah, and I liked I like the kissing, and I also liked as she starts to like fall for him. That was just really fun, you know, because she's having to like kind of like separate from this long-standing crush that she's had that's ruled her whole life, and all of a sudden she's like catching feelings for Min, and just that, like kind of slow freak out that she had. I thought that was really fun and relatable too. Yeah.
I thought that he was a really good actor during those scenes where he finds out that, and this is also crazy, he finds out his closest brother, the mild-mannered one, hired the thugs to scare him, and they were shooting like BB guns at him and stuff like that.
I will say the conflicts in this got really muddled and confusing. I mean, there were just a lot of bad apples.
Yeah, like that was weird.
Honestly, too many bad guys.
Yeah. But he cries and like starts freaking out because he's like, oh no, my brother is the one that basically put a hit on me without the murder part.
Right.
But I mean, they turn it around because then they have this theme park day. She takes him to the theme park and they like wear matching cheetah ears. It's adorable.
Yeah.
I freaking love that. But you're saying that there's too many bad guys. Like there was like a gaggle of gangsters at any given point.
At any given point. It just felt like it was a lot of, it was too much. Like, here's the thing. And this is where I appreciate, and I'm pretty sure this was like one of the dramas that like, you know, they were writing as they went too. And I get it. Like I have so much respect for the fact, and I think it's one of the reasons I love K-dramas, is that so many of these dramas are being like written as they're being shot, you know, like they've got like the wave behind them and they're just like staying ahead with like a couple of episodes. And so I get the inclination to be like, we just need to keep putting plot in here to keep it going. But sometimes I just want to be like, trust yourselves that you've got these great characters and we could really just be with them a little bit more and less with like all these external whatevers. Although I do give a lot of credit for whoever was in the production team that decided to put the skin mask on the bad guy, because
the skin mask,
that was a creepy,
frightening. It's so frightening. And the first time you see it, you're like, ha! Like it just takes you by surprise.
Yeah,
because you don't
like, wait, is that his? No, God.
No, God. Where'd they get this guy?
It's like Jason, but worse.
Worse. Yeah, exactly. I will say that the gangsters in the hospital were really funny. Like they cut away to them.
Yes, they were fun. I like that. I did like that.
Urine keeps getting spilled. Like the guy with the missing teeth finally gets falsies, like false teeth, and they like fall down into the pee, in a puddle of pee. But then he puts them back on, and it's like terrible. But it's funny as shit. The vampire organ music that kept playing, that called my sister's attention. She was like, "What's up with this Dracula music?" And I'm like, "It's part of the comedy. Don't worry about it."
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, like then he, like obviously like him getting shot kind of and falling, you know, I mean, there was just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, there's so much that happens. But we can talk more about like them and their chemistry, because I feel like it really, you said he gets shot and he gets stabbed. And that's when I think their relationship goes to the next level, because she realizes that like she loves him. Or that she likes him at the very least.
And who doesn't love, I mean, okay, so this happened, we've talked about this in our podcast as well, because this was a trope that I was oblivious to completely, and I would love your take, which is the wounded hero trope. And so, like early in our podcasting, we ended up doing like a whole snack on the wounded hero because Amy and Megan, my co-hosts on the Afternoona Delight podcast, love wounded heroes. And so they were talking about it, and I'm like emotionally wounded heroes? Because I like emotionally wounded heroes. And they're like, no, we like it when like the hero gets a boo-boo and the heroine has to like fix it, blow on it, all that stuff. And I was like,
blow on it.
And so now I'm like, obviously, whenever I see it, I'm like, oh, it's the wounded hero. And so, we get some of her fixing his boo-boo. And I feel like that's a real moment for them.
It's tough because I like it and I don't like it, because to me, it rings a little bit like the Florence Nightingale syndrome. And I don't like to think of that syndrome as being true, but it happened to a friend of mine who will never listen to this podcast. So I'll go ahead and say she was on a cruise, met a guy, didn't like the guy, wanted nothing to do with the guy. He gets hurt on one of those excursions, on like an ATV excursion, and he busts his knee, and she takes care of him the rest of the cruise. They're married now with a baby. So I'm like, oh my God, it's real. Like the Florence Nightingale syndrome is real. So in this case, I don't think it was necessarily Florence Nightingale syndrome, because she already caught feelings before that, but it was just like this exasperated and brought it to like a head.
Where they can like stare and kind of be like, what?
They were like staring longingly at each other. And I don't know, would you give your boss a sponge bath if he took a knife for you? I don't know.
If he looked like that, yes.
But if it was Park Hyung-sik, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. If it was my boss right now, no.
No, exactly. Oh my God. But yeah, he like pulls her in while she's like drying his hair. Jesus. Like that is like K-drama crack to me.
Yeah,
absolutely. And you think they're going to kiss. You think they're going to kiss, but they don't. He breaks the tension by saying that like, oh no, I'll finish drying my hair. But we know what was coming. It was there. Yeah,
there was like a lot of kiss edging, I felt like, before the kiss. Like there's, yes. And I love that too.
Yeah. And this is where we get, I want to say this is one of those prime examples of like, they make fun of this in like all the TikToks of K-drama male leads just like screaming some line like desperately, and it doesn't make sense in the tone of the scene, but they're like going from 0 to 60. And so Jisoo comes into the hospital during like that whole era where she's taking care of him, and he screams, "I will protect Bong-soon." Yeah. And like it didn't quite fit with like what was happening in the scene, and I wrote down in my notes, "What an animal." Because like in what mind would you like scream at the top of your lungs in a hospital? I will protect Bong-soon.
So here's the thing though, is like, we also sometimes talk about like universal fantasy, right? So like what are the things that we're watching, and like what kind of like fantasy itch are you getting? So for me in this one, you've got like the sensitive yet still hunky and manly Min-yuk that she's taking care of, and whatever, like they're having their thing, but then
he's hamming it up too.
Yeah. And then you get like that kind of like sex demon, like animal coming in, like, I will protect you, and then she's like, oh, you like me maybe too, like like like, and so when you're like watching it at home, you're like, ooh, like getting a little of that, getting a little of this, it's all like mixing together. And I appreciate that, but yeah.
Nice. I like that explanation too. It's like scratching multiple itches at the same time.
It is like if you would not. I mean, that's not a bad sandwich to be in.
Yeah. No. If I was between, okay, let's take this slow, because if I was between Park Hyung-sik and Jisoo, I don't know what I would do, but I think I would like let it ride as well. So
I'd be like, I'm glad I'm in this drama.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, I'll go with you today, and then you in the afternoon. Anyway.
But one other thing about Park Hyung-sik that I want to say too that I appreciate about him is that, so I really loved Happiness, and in Happiness he was, I think, more of an alpha a bit, but like at the same time he was still not top dog. Like the female lead in Happiness was very much top dog and like the most badass. Yes. And so I love too that he just keeps picking these characters that are like not beta really, but like they're not, like they're kind of not like they're alpha betas or something. I don't know.
So here's my take on this, because I said a little bit of this in my blog review for Happiness. Okay. And it was that it seems like he's picking really good roles, not just for his character, but the female characters in the shows that he stars in are like really fun, really strong, really well written. And so you're kind of like not only attracted to this like not beta, not alpha guy that's like very secure and protective, but not overly protective, and like still able to like do all these tropes, but you're attracted to like this dude because he plays so well with like women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And you're so respectful with your choices of like the shows that you're picking, and that makes you hot. And they're just like such fun. Yeah, they're really just fun too.
Yeah. And they're varied, like they're different, completely different characters, but you feel like he embodies them very well. And I mean that, you know, acting, but it's great. And I like that he is very kind of choosy with his projects. Some other actors that you're like, oh my God, they're so pretty. They choose the most terrible project, but you're like, okay, I'll stick around and watch it because they're beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And I like it. Yeah, I feel like he has not let us down yet with the drama. So
No, he's been pretty dead on with his projects. So keep it up, Hyung-sik. Confession, he like says, I'm sick, grabs her hand and puts it on his chest and says it hurts right here.
Oh,
and then he's got these like sexy eyes and he says, I think you need to end that one-sided love. And she's like speechless. And then he goes, I think I like you. Oh, God, it's so good.
It's so
like
good.
The corniness of I'm sick and says he's sick here in his heart.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I had like actual feeling, like tingle feelings in my like arms and stuff.
I think that the forehead kiss in episode 12 was improv. Like, you think they're going to kiss. They're at the office. And they're like about to kiss, and then he smiles and like kisses her forehead. And I read somewhere that was improv, and I was like, genius.
Yeah,
genius. Yeah.
And look, just to skip to the end too, I just want to say that I also like how they we get like a full happy ending.
Yeah, we get like a whole epilogue of them after that. Well, they get married.
Yeah.
They show the wedding. It's like all in montage, really funny. And then they have an epilogue where they have these adorable baby twin girls, and they're kind of wreaking havoc in their lives because they're strong, just like the Bong-soon. Yeah.
And so it was just fun to get like a whole, because a lot of times I feel like you end on kind of like in romance novels, a lot of times you get an epilogue where you get kind of like a peek of their life after. And I don't feel like that happens a lot in drama. And so I enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm a nerd though, and thought it was cute.
I like that too. I have a lot of qualms with the kidnapper, so I'll go through them really fast.
Let's hear it.
He is all of a sudden an expert at evasion, and he's an explosives expert as well because he does like single-handedly takes over like the Aimsoft building. And he like straps Bong-soon full of like explosives that's like on a timer and everything. I was like, what the hell is going on? How did he know how to do this? He knew how to do this the whole time? What? It was like very convenient. Like it was too conveniently written in that like he could do all this stuff like MacGyver style.
Yeah.
And then this is a nitpick. The bomb explodes in the sky and it looks like a fireworks display. Which like that like breaks my brain a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
you're like,
no.
Wait, that.
But then the kidnapper later on, like in the final stand, he gets a gun. He buys like a gun from like this rando, which is really difficult to do in Korea because guns are outlawed. And he's a sniper as well.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. I blocked that out.
He knew how to like try and smuggle himself out of Korea. Like that was going to be his next move. It was like insane.
He was too. I mean, he was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was ridiculous. But man, I don't know what to say about that dude, but he was very menacing, and the mask that they gave him and why he was like kidnapping the girls.
Yeah, well, it was like the black or Bluebeard, right? Like that was the
yes.
Yeah, which Bluebeard is a really scary story.
Well, he took it to heart. Like he was like, I'm gonna collect my brides, and that's that. And I want them skinny. He wanted skinny brides, and then that was like a kind of a point of contention with all the Aljamas in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but it was
like
gross too.
Yeah, it was nasty. He was like, we're gonna starve them. I'm like, bitch, what?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, in my tiny wedding dress. I mean, that was enough. Like, I was like, that's creepy enough. Like, I don't think we need him to also be MacGyver.
Right. We don't need like an explosive expert and everything else.
Right. Like, so have you watched When the Camellia Blooms?
I literally just watched it, and it was the first show that we covered for season 2.
Okay. So without getting into like too many spoilers, there's like a bad guy plot in that one.
Yeah.
And I honestly felt like that one worked neater for me because like the bad guy stayed kind of like one note, but it carried through the whole drama. He wasn't like also blowing things, like he wasn't going on like blowing up the mall and doing all these other things, like I mean, like I feel like you could kind of like have kept him bad at like make him really like good at the one thing he's bad at.
Yeah, I agree. I think they kept like adding on to his superpowers, and I was like, no. He was like a one-note guy. He had a mental illness. Like, just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So,
what about the mom?
The mom. Okay, what were your thoughts on the mom?
That she was an abuser.
Yeah. So she was an abuser, and then she like masked her abuse by saying, well, you can take it. You didn't need all of my love and support and attention. Like, I gave it all to your brother because he was weak, like physically. I don't agree with that at all. I just think that she was a bully all her life. And that's essentially why she lost her powers too, is because she not only used it to get like an Olympic gold medal for weightlifting, but she was like stealing money from like kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Using her power for evil.
Yeah. It was, like going to the Olympics, like.
She was like, oh, something about like my gift gave me like national pride or something. Yeah. And then they show her literally shaking down some kids and she loses her powers. And I'm like, good. Yeah. Take them away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't like her necessarily at all. And then she's abusing her husband.
Yeah, that's what
she's
I thought
like
too. I thought he was
hitting up on him.
Yeah, spousal abuse, but it was like funny, I guess, because she's a woman. And I'm like, no, it doesn't really work that way.
I didn't find that funny at all either.
No,
yeah, we're on the same page. Okay. We're on the same page. Yeah, no, that was not good. And then, it was all sorts of like wrong. And I don't know. He ran away at the end of the show, and I was like, just leave. It's fine. She's hurting you like physically and emotionally.
So this is what's so funny is like we keep saying all these things that like we didn't like so much, and yet the core romance is so fantastic.
Yes,
like enough that it's a 4.
Yeah, exactly. Like all these sins are forgiven because their romance is so strong and their chemistry is fantastic. They like, oh my god, especially in the later episodes when they're like finally together. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, like the feeding the chocolate scene. Where she's like feeding him chocolate and fakes it out and like eats the chocolate herself. And then the look on his face, first of all, which is hysterical. But then he like surprise kisses her and then eats the chocolate that she had on the little stick. And I think that was improv as well. Like the pop kiss. Ugh, God. Like so good.
I never looked to see like if there was any, I mean, look, actors are actors and they're good at what they do. But sometimes you're like, but were they getting it on the side a little bit? Because it really felt like it.
I have a question for you because in episode 16, they have like all of this sexual tension building and he leaves and he's like, oh, I miss her so much. And they're like tossing and turning. They can't go to sleep. She shows up at his house that night and she says, I miss you. They start making out. He like lifts her up on the piano. And I thought 100% of my mind, I thought they had sex.
Yeah.
Okay. You thought so too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because then it occurred to me that maybe they didn't. And she just stayed over.
No.
Okay. I was like overthinking it. And I was like,
they're not high schoolers.
No, yeah. They're like, what, 30 years old? I don't know.
I mean, like, they feel like they're like late 20s, maybe. Mm-hmm. They look so young. They look like babies.
They do.
But, I think they're meant to be like mid to late 20s. No. I think that they were, yeah.
I think so too. Okay. Which is great. Yeah. Poo. Love it. Love to see it. He asked for permission from the dad who's absconded into the wilderness away from his wife to marry Bong-soon. And I was on the floor. I was just like, this is the best proposal. Like asking for permission from the parent. I don't remember the last time I saw that in a K-drama. So the way he does is like so adorable, right? He's like, I'd really like to do it as early as possible. If I could, I would do it right now. If I don't have Bong-soon, the days are too hard and long. Like he's like so dramatic, but like endearing. So you just want him to like get married
all
right
in.
away.
And I mean, like there's
He's
something
all
just
in.
so nice about the fact that like he just is all in. Like he's not like the, you know, Jisoo, like I'm a man. Like he's just like, I love this woman and I want this woman.
Yes.
And
I want her
like,
forever.
God.
Yeah. Shit. Fuck. Yeah.
Like, notes
it's
to men.
beautiful.
Like this is what like we just
Yeah,
want you
this
to be
is
like,
yes.
Use your
And let me-
big boy words. Use your big
Let me
boy
just say,
words.
this is a man written by a woman. Baek Mi-kyung, the writer, is a woman. So boom, there you go.
And the ladies love it. As you can see, this drama has endured for reasons, and it's not because the murderer knows how to set a bomb.
Or the Volvo commercial, which was randomly in episode 16. He like the car parks itself, and like there's the kids, the neighborhood kids are like, "Whoa, look at the car!" And I was like, "What is?" Yeah, I was like, "This is weird." But the cherry blossom proposal, excellent. The wedding, excellent. Epilogue, we already talked about it. Wonderful. I have one question that I've been wanting to ask you, and I kept it until right now.
Okay.
If you could have any piece of memorabilia from the show, what would it be?
Ooh.
And I have some options for you that might jog your memory. Okay. The little wooden house desk that she sat in as an intern, quote unquote, for Min Min. The dance pole from the club that she tore off while she was drunk. The serial killer mask.
God, no, not that. Unless I want to like wake my husband up with nightmares.
Okay, not the killer mask. And I keep saying serial killer, but he had those vibes.
I know.
Anyway, the blanket with the sex talisman in it from her mom. The bottle or the jug of poop alcohol.
Oh my God. we didn't talk about the poop alcohol.
We didn't talk about the poop alcohol. That was a whole like gag. The closet painting of Bong-soon in the pink hoodie. The chopstick bracelet and or the spoon bracelet that she made for the coworker, which is played by Kim Won-hae.
Yeah. Is that all? Okay.
That's all of them. That's all the ones that I wrote down.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
You know, I'm going to go with the dancing pole because that was really, I mean, like it's a pole, so I don't know. So maybe that's a bad choice. But I also just realized we hadn't talked about the pole, and I loved the pole so much because it was just like so funny and random and crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, you've seen her bend metal before in like a couple of flashbacks and stuff, but this was like her in action. And then you get this great scene of Min Min taking her home afterward.
I love
and she's
that.
like talking shit because she's drunk. And she's like, I'm going to rip your butt off if you keep looking at Jisoo. And he's like he's like turned on. He's like, oh my God.
I think I really love when like the heroine gets drunk and crazy and then just like talks a bunch of shit. And so I think that's where the dance pole is just a good memory. And look, I could put up a pole and, you know, get practicing or something, but it was just so funny and awesome. So yeah.
I think for me, it would have to be the little wooden house desk that she sits at for large swaths of the show, because I feel like I could dress it up and like no one would know that it's like memorabilia until I'm like, yo, this is from Strong Woman the Bong-soon. It could like pass for like regular furniture versus like if I get like a jug of like poop alcohol, like you can't really disguise that as like home decor. So
or a dance pole
or a dance pole, which is quite difficult, and like the installation, like all these things to have to think about. But I do like the closet painting and the bracelets that she made, the metal work that she like bent around his wrist was really funny as well.
So I have a question.
Sure.
What do you think, if somebody liked this drama, what would be a comp that you think that they might also like?
That's a really tough question, because this is, I mean, you could probably go with When the Camellia Blooms.
Yeah, I kind of had thought about that too. I'd also thought about Suspicious Partner.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Suspicious Partner is a really good comp as well. I think this is like got fantasy elements as well because she's a superhero level strong. No, but I like Suspicious Partner.
Yeah, I feel like it just had like some of the comedy elements. The hero's very different, but
yeah. God, that's really difficult. But I feel like those are two pretty decent comps, like Suspicious Partner
with a bad guy, like a pretty good bad guy.
Yeah.
And Camellia, I mean, look, I love Kong Han-nul and Camellia so much. And so he's way more over the top than Min.
He's goofy.
But, again, kind of this, kind of like this gray area between the beta and the alpha a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And very endearing.
They're very assertive as well, which is great, but they're not overpowering. It's like a fine balance that they're doing, both of them, I would say.
And they go all in. I feel like they just go all in, make themselves vulnerable for love.
Yes, I love that. And that's a great point because sometimes you watch a drama and you're like, they have chemistry, but like he doesn't seem to want to make a fool of himself.
Yeah.
He just wants to look good all the time.
Yeah.
And as an actor and as like a character. So I generally don't like those romances because it feels like something's missing. That vulnerability is missing. So yeah, absolutely. I love this show and we have a ton of qualms with it, but
at the end of the day, just let it roll over you. Just let those things just happen and just keep moving because it's going to be worth it.
Exactly. If you want to pull up a chair and like have a glass of poop alcohol with us, like please. Like, it's good. It's good. It might stink a little bit, but it's good.
Well, this was very fun. And I am so glad that I got to come and hang out with you. What a nice, it was really great.
Oh, I'm so glad that you had a good time. I was like really excited to come on and talk with you because I feel like I already know you like from the podcast from Afternoona Delight. But yeah, this was fantastic. I hope you're willing to like come back maybe. I don't know, but
let's hang out more. This was great.
This was fantastic. And before we get out of here, I do want to thank you again for coming on the show. Where can we find you online?
Oh, yes. Okay. Let me get my marketing hat on. So, So our podcast, Afternoona Delight Podcast, is available anywhere you might listen to podcasts. So, Spotify, Apple, I don't know, all the places.
Those are the main two.
Yeah. We do have an Instagram that is fairly active, which is Afternoona Delight Podcast. Very original name, but you can find us there. I would say we are very active in our stories, having lots of fun posting there, like usually daily. And then Twitter. Also, my other co-host Megan really is holding down Twitter tight, and so that is Afternoona Delight on. It's like deli though, Afternoona Deli. Just put an Afternoona Delight into Twitter and you'll find us. Our logo is pink with, the finger hearts.
Yeah.
And so, I just feel like we are just always, me especially on social media, but, Megan too. Amy, not as much because she's just like a little bit more normal. But we like to talk to people. We like to talk dramas a lot. And when people get really excited and like nerd out, I feel like it's not uncommon for somebody to write and be like, I'm really sorry to write you, but I just have to say, and I'm like, never be sorry. I was so obsessed with wanting to talk about K-drama. I started a whole podcast. So I get it.
Same.
Yeah. Never apologize. Like if you need to be understood, I understand.
Yeah. This is a safe space.
Yes, absolutely. If you want to talk dramas or BTS in my case, because I have like a real problem, then come,
I think you've like messed up the algorithm on the Afternoona Delight podcast. Cause like your co-hosts come on and they're like, I'm trying to post something, but all I see is BTS on here.
Yeah, because I'm on Instagram the most with the Afternoona account. And I just use it as my own personal BTS stash.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.